guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to do some good old Amazon product research. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to leave a link below to my brand new women's only community, Women Create Wealth, where we'll talk about different things like Amazon FBA. We're going to talk about affiliate marketing. We're going to talk about building wealth in all different types of ways to make sure that you can diversify your income and make sure that you are taking very good care of yourself along the way. So if you want to join a supportive community with like-minded women, be sure to go ahead and check out that link in the description. And with that, we're going to go ahead and start doing some product research. So you are looking at my computer right now and we are inside of Helium 10. For those of you who don't know, Helium 10 is the holy grail of Amazon product research softwares. It will help you see so much information. It will literally blow your mind. So if you have never tried Helium 10 before, you can go ahead and click the link in the description so that you can try it out for free and just give it a go. You'll be able to see what I'm seeing here on my screen, and it will give you a lot of insight so that you can pick a really good profitable product for your Amazon launch. So with that being said, that's what you're looking at right now. This is a tool called Black Box, and Black Box allows you to search for products that fit within a certain criteria. Now, if you're a complete beginner, you probably have no criteria in mind right now, which is totally fine. That is why you're here on this video. I'm going to tell you some of the things that you should be looking for, but what I want you to know is that not every product on Amazon is built the same. Some products are going to be really good for beginners and other products are going to be a huge headache, and it's going to cause you a lot of stress. And so we're going to keep things as simplistic as possible when we're doing our product research, especially as beginners. We want to make sure that we're looking for easy products that are going to make us money, and that is the goal. So what you see now is Black Box, and Black Box defaults to the products tab. So products is right up here, but you can also go to keywords. You can go to any of these different little tabs up top, but I prefer personally to search for keywords. And keywords are any words that describe a product. So for example, if it is Christmas time and you're looking for something to decorate your tree with, you might type in the keyword ornament, right? You're just typing in a word and that is the keyword. So I like to search by keyword because then it gives you ideas for products that fit within a specific keyword. And so I'm going to just go ahead and click on the keyword tab and I'll show you what I mean instead of just trying to describe it. So I'm going to just go ahead and close out here, and we're looking at keywords. And what I can do is put in a bunch of these different ranges for different metrics. Real quick, before I plug anything in, let me just tell you what they mean and why they matter. So number one, we're looking at search volume. Search volume tells you how many times a keyword is being searched up on Amazon every single month. So if the search volume is 1,000, that means over the course of 1 month, 1,000 searches are being done for that keyword. 1,000 is very small considering that there are tens and hundreds of millions of people shopping on Amazon. 1,000 is very tiny. So we want to make sure that there are enough searches because the searches will tell us how much demand there is for that product. So that's search volume. Monthly revenue is exactly what it sounds like. How much money is this product making on a monthly basis? The price is just what the product is selling for. The review count tells you how many reviews on average there are for that product or for that keyword. Review rating tells you what that quality of the rating is. So is it a 1-star? Is it a 5-star? That's what review rating means. And then we've got things like word count. Then we have advanced filters below. Some are pretty straightforward, like categories. Shipping size tier just means what category of dimension the product falls within. So we've got products that can be oversized, products that can be standard sized. That's all that means. And then we've got a bunch of other items here. I'm not going to go through every single one because I don't want to overwhelm you, but we're going to start with the most important basic ones, which are the ones up top here. So for search volume, we don't want to find anything that's less than 3,000 searches right off the bat. 3,000 at least gives us something to work with. Anything less than that is very small. We'll leave the maximum open. We won't set a cap on it, but I will say that in my step-by-step Amazon program, I give you the ranges, the minimums and the maximums so that you have a tight kind of range to work with. For the purposes of this video, I'm just going to leave it open-ended. For monthly revenue, we don't want anything less than 10,000. So I'm just going to go ahead and plug in 10,000 for the minimum. Maximum, once again, I will leave open. For the price, we don't want anything less than $10 bare minimum, but ideally we want $15 or more. Anything that is too cheaply priced will leave very little room for us to make a profit. If you sell a product for only $8, you're probably only going to make $1 or so in profit, if that. If you increase the price that you're selling for, that leaves more room for you to be able to actually make money at the end of the day. So I'm going to go ahead and put $15 here. The review count, the minimum review count doesn't matter, but the maximum does. You don't want to find products where the maximum amount of reviews is over 200. And this is going to shock you guys. If you've seen any of my other product research videos, you know that 200 is normally the maximum. But I've put a lot of thought into this, and I have actually increased that threshold slightly. So instead of 200, we're going to say 250. And if you are shook by me saying this, leave it in the comments below, because I've been saying 200 for many, many years now. But I will say that Amazon is becoming even more and more popular, more and more mainstream. And so it's getting a little bit trickier to find those products with a review count under 200. Under 200 is still ideal, but I will allow up until 250. Anything more than that is no-go. Hard stop at 250. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in for the maximum right here. And then we will leave everything else. Now, the only other thing that I'm going to go ahead and add in is the categories. And there are certain categories that I personally gravitate towards and ones that I stay away from like the plague. The ones that I encourage you to stay away from like the plague are clothing, books, stay away from electronics, stay away from grocery items, anything someone would eat. And those are the main ones that I encourage you to avoid. So I'm going to go ahead and pick some of my faves. If you watch a lot of my Amazon videos or product research videos, you probably know the ones that I like. I like arts and crafts. I love home and kitchen. I love kitchen and dining. I love office products. I don't mind patio, lawn and garden, and pet supplies. And then we'll just add in sports and outdoors for fun. So those are 7 different categories that I've selected, and I'm going to click on search. And then I will see which keywords Helium 10 will populate for me that match the criteria that I have input. So let's go ahead and see what pops up. We've got over 200 keywords that were found. And so now we can start looking at the different options for product ideas. We can see things like Murphy beds, which are going to be massive, and we're not going to even entertain products like that. But what might work would be a product like preserved flowers. That sounds simple enough. So what we can do is we can open it in Amazon by copying and pasting the keyword, or we can click on these 3 dots right over here and click view on Amazon. So I'll just go ahead and do it that way since it's pretty simple. And then we can see all of the different results for preserved flowers. Now, as you can see at the very top, we have a niche summary for preserved flowers. And that niche summary is something that I really love about Helium 10, because it will give you just a quick view of the landscape for preserved flowers. And you might be thinking you're doing a lot of like digging and looking at a lot of different data points for selling some flowers, but at the end of the day, you have to keep in mind that product research is a very, very important, the most important factor when you're looking to sell on Amazon. It will make or break your success on the platform as a seller. So you want to do as much homework as you can. You want to do as much research as you can to make sure that you are checking off all the boxes so that you have a profitable product before you launch. I just lost my niche summary. Where did it go? Let me go ahead and refresh. That is, oh, there it is. I was about to say, where did it go? Okay, so what will happen if you don't have the platinum version of Helium 10, you're not gonna see all of the data that I see here. And for some reason, I lost it again. Let me refresh one more time. So, oh, there it is, okay. What I was saying is you might not see all of the data if you don't have the platinum version of Helium 10. So I encourage you to get the platinum version. I have a discount code for you, again, linked in the description, and you'll be able to see everything that I do. So just click on show full summary on the top right hand, and you'll be able to see all of these data points. Now, what I am interested in looking at is the revenue, which is almost 900,000 for this specific product. And then we can see that the average revenue per seller is almost 53,000. So per seller, they're making over $50,000 in revenue per month. And revenue, just for the record, is how much money you're making in sales. It is not your profit, but it's how much money that you are selling in sheer numbers, but it doesn't account for your costs or any fees that you're paying, just so you guys know. I know a lot of you do, but for those who don't, just wanted to clarify there. Now, if we are looking at how many units have been sold in the last 30 days, we can see that on average it's 1,000. We can see the average BSR, which stands for best sellers rank. It means how quickly the product is selling. We can see that the average price is $34, so on and so forth. So there's a lot of detailed information that you can see just with this niche summary. And we can now take a look at what the different types of products are that fall under this keyword. So for preserved flowers, we can see that these are really beautiful, nicely put together flowers. These look like they're meant to be gifted. It's not really something that you would buy every day or maybe even multiple times. This definitely looks like something that's more special and it's giftable for sure. So what we're going to do is use the Helium 10 Google Chrome extension. So when you go to download Helium 10, you can also add in an extension to your toolbar, which I highly recommend that you do. And when you do, you'll see this little icon right here, and you are going to utilize the tool X-Ray. So it's the very first one up top, and you can click on X-Ray and it will show you a bunch of different data points that are also really important to look for. So for example, what we can see is that the search volume for preserved flowers is 4,189. And it definitely looks like there has been an uptick in searches for preserved flowers. Now, normally when there's an uptick, a dramatic increase in the searches, that normally means that the product has gone viral somewhere, like on TikTok, or maybe a celebrity or an influencer has mentioned the product, and that's why there's a lot of attention for it. So what you can do, and I did it already, so let me just run it back. You can click on this little graph right here to the right of the search volume, and it will show you how the searches have gone over the last 30 days, 90 days, 1 year, or all time. I ordinarily just go to all time because I want a very big view of what is going on. And normally what you'll see when there are spikes that are pretty consistent, that means that it is seasonal, meaning that these are products that are popular during a specific time of the year for one reason or another. So if it's a Christmas product, they will sell the best during November, December. If it's a Halloween product, it will sell the best during October. So you understand. What we're going to look at here is these spikes to see if there's any additional context for this product. We can see that the search volume peaked here in May, peaked again here in May, peaked again here in May, and peaked again here in May. And my sneaky suspicion is that it's Mother's Day. Outside of that, I wouldn't be surprised if it peaks a little bit around Valentine's Day. So here, no, this looks like more Christmas. I guess it could be a nice Christmas gift, a little bit of an uptick right here for Valentine's Day. Yeah. So this is very much I guess I would call it seasonal, not necessarily that you can only buy it during one season, but it clearly does much better during May and closer to Mother's Day than it does throughout the rest of the year. Now, we don't like to look for seasonal products. We like products that sell year round. So that is a caveat with this one. What I will say is that the total revenue is 1.8 million. So this product definitely makes incredible money. And we kind of already talked about some of these metrics. The only thing here that is a concern is the average reviews is 305. And like I already said, we want those average reviews to be 250 or less. So what I'm going to do is organize my search results by revenue. And when I say organize them, I mean I want to see the ones that are making the most money at the very, very top. So what you can do, and I apologize, there's a plane flying overhead. What I will do is click on the revenue button 2 times. Oops. We're having a little bit of a glitch here. I might just need to refresh. Okay, what I'm gonna do is close out of here. I'm going to refresh the page, and then I'm gonna pull up X-Ray one more time. It could be my service. I normally don't record in my office, and so the service isn't the best, but let me go ahead and run it one more time so that we can look at the results the way we want to. So you might notice that the average reviews went up dramatically and some of the numbers are altered. And that is because there's something in our search results that doesn't belong here that is throwing off the numbers. So don't worry, we're gonna investigate and I will figure it out. Just walk with me, walk with me. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna bring the review count over from this side and I'm gonna place it right next to the revenue so I can compare and contrast. So I'm going to just line these up right side by side, and then I'm going to go to filter results and hide sponsored products because those are ads and I just want to see the true results. I don't want to see the ads. That's why I removed the sponsored results. So what I'm going to do is look for these preserved flowers, and I have my eyes peeled for whatever item here is making the average reviews go up to 833, because that's not what it was before, which just means something got mixed up in our search results. And I believe it's probably this one right here because it's got 8,000 reviews, which means it's going to bring the average up dramatically. And the reason that I'm going to remove this from the search results is because these are not preserved flowers. These are just regular flowers and it's not what we're looking for. So because this is an irrelevant search result, I'm going to click on this box all the way to the left and I'm going to put it in the trash can. And I'm going to remove it and it will decrease our average reviews by a lot. Now, here we go. Here we have another one. This is, I mean, it's not a preserved flower because it's a fake flower. It looks like it is made out of glass. Obviously meant to be a gift once again. The average reviews, 19,000. So once we remove this, it will decrease our average reviews closer to the range that we are looking for. So I'm going to do the same thing that I just did and I'm going to remove it. So we went from 6 something to 2 something when we removed that irrelevant search result. So very important that you remove the ones that don't belong there because it's going to mess up your results. Now I'm going to, whoops, I didn't mean to click on that. I'm going to see if there's anything else here that doesn't belong to see if we can get our reviews down closer to 250. This one is definitely a preserved flower box. So unfortunately, we have to leave it even though it has 1,500 reviews. This one I would love to get rid of, but it is a preserved flower, so we're going to keep it. This one is, I mean, it's a little, this one is a little iffy. I guess I would keep it there because technically it is a preserved rose. It just doesn't really look like the other results. And then these ones are also preserved flowers. So with that, that is everything that we can remove. So the average reviews are close to 250, but they're not quite 250. These are a bit above. And for that reason, I'm out. I would not sell this product, unfortunately, because it's too competitive. The reviews being over 250 is a lot. Now, the only exception to the rule would be if you had a differentiator that was incredible. Like you were able to make this product so much better. Maybe everyone else's lasts for 1 year, but yours lasts for 10 years. That's what I'm talking about. Those would be the only ways, or really the only way that it would make sense to sell an overly competitive product is if your differentiator blows everybody else's out of the water. Outside of that, you want to make sure that you're staying under that number. And that is to protect you from the competition being too high. And what happens when the competition is too high is that you end up spending way more money on your advertising, which hurts your profitability. So that's why I say stay away from these products that are just too competitive. So with that, we will be able to go ahead and close out of here. So preserved flowers had a lot of potential. Unfortunately, the reviews are just a smidge too high, so we're not going to move forward with that. I'm gonna just go ahead and see if there's anything else worth looking at here. And because I do a lot of product research and I'm the seasoned Amazon seller, I'm scrolling past the ones that I know are going to be problematic. So for example, which ones have I already scrolled past? I scrolled past reception desk because it's gonna be overpriced. I'm scrolling past king bedroom furniture sets because they're gonna be massive. We're going to, and when I say overpriced, I mean that the more expensive it is that you can sell the product at, the more expensive it will be to buy it. So yes, theoretically you can sell a reception desk for $284, but it's also going to cost you a pretty penny to buy the product, which of course, as a beginner, you don't want to overspend on your first product. In fact, you only want to spend $5 or less on your very first product. So that is something I will say there. I'm going to look up this one, deposit bags, because I think that there might be some potential here. I'm looking at my camera and I can see that we only have 4 minutes left. So let's see if there's anything potentially profitable for deposit bags. I'm going to give it one quick second, and then I'm just going to pull it up with X-ray without looking at the niche summary, just because we don't have time for that. Ooh, okay. Immediately, deposit bags is hitting a lot of the numbers that we want. The search volume is just slightly over 3,000. Total revenue is a little bit on the low end, not a deal breaker, but a bit low. Average revenue is a bit low. Average price is good, BSR is fine, and average reviews is under 250. So with that being said, this is something that could have some potential. Real quick, I'm just gonna filter out the sponsored ones. I'm gonna go from high to low for revenue, and I can see that this is not bad. It's not bad. There's definitely some potential for this product. Ooh, not a winning product at the last minute. Winning product at the buzzer. This definitely will require a little bit more research. I don't know how much it costs to buy these deposit bags versus what you can actually sell them for, but the average selling price is really good. I mean, $32 is awesome. So if you can purchase this product for, I would say $5 or less, or even $6 you could get away with, this would be a pretty good potential product. If you're part of my step-by-step program, I will be dropping this product in our private Facebook group. But for those of you who are just here watching on YouTube, here's a little freebie for you guys. So I'm happy we're able to end on a good potential product. I hope you enjoyed this video and that it helped you get your feet wet a little bit with product research, and hopefully you will take the time to practice with Helium 10. It gets easier over time, so don't feel stressed out if you can't find your product in a day or 2 days. Sometimes it definitely takes a little bit of time to find the right one. I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and I hope that at least some of you take a little bit of time to research that potentially winning product a little bit further. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and close out the video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.